Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Today's message is titled Let Them. Okay, what I mean by let them is let people believe what they want to believe about you. Let them feel how they want to feel about you. We cannot control how people feel, and we cannot control what people believe in, okay? And this is something that I've been getting over the past few days. A download from Spirit is just let them. Because a lot of times when we care about somebody and they have the wrong idea about us, we're quick to want to over explain and want them to see us in a particular light. But it's like, let them. Because no amount of over explaining is going to change the mind of somebody who already views you in a negative light or in a specific light. So it doesn't matter what you say because people are going to believe in what they want to believe in, even if what they're believing in is false. And most of the times it is false because people move off of assumptions and what they think you did or what they think you said rather than asking for clarification. And that is why a lot of relationships crumble because people move based on assumptions and their feelings instead of asking questions and clarifying. So if you're in a situation where there's somebody that has the wrong idea about you, let them because people who truly care about you, people who truly love you, they're going to care about the things you have to say. Okay? Especially if there's conflict. They're going to care about the things that you have to say. But when you have people who already have their mind made up, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how kind you are to them or how kind you were to them. They have a thought of you and they're going to entertain that thought whether you like it or not. And that's something that you're going to have to come to terms with, okay? People are not always going to see situations accurately. They're not even going to see us accurately. But it's not your job to get riled up and give them a reaction and over explain and do the most. Nah, let them be. And when you let a person be, you remove yourself from them. You don't have to make a big, grand, you don't have to make like this big grand, oh, I'm leaving you. Like, you don't even have to say anything. You can depart in peace. You can depart without having arguments with people. But when you are aware that somebody has the wrong idea about you, and a lot of times this is family, a lot of times it could be old friends, and it can even be coworkers or colleagues, if you're in college. But you really have to understand that other people's opinion of you, it does not define you. It does not. And you also have to understand this, like, if a person has a conflict with you and they're not communicating what they feel and they're being passive aggressive to you and just being weird, right? Why are you going to feel bad about that when that person has the opportunity to communicate to you how they feel? A lot of times we can pick up on how people feel, so we want to over explain. Nah, let them feel how they feel because the way that they feel is the truth of their character. We're in a season of a lot of people exposing their true colors. We're in a season of people just running their mouths, and you need to listen. Listen so that you can see who deserves to be in your life and who doesn't. Because the way people speak on you matters. The things that people believe about you and they're supposed to be in your life matters. If you're around somebody and they believe negative things about you, they don't need to be in your life. You don't need to be surrounded by somebody who's suspicious of you, who has a problem with you but can never tell you, but tells other people. Like, that's not the kind of relationships you want in your life. You don't want relationships that are passive aggressive, okay? You want relationship where there's conflict resolution and there's harmony, you know? And I feel like a lot of people are ending relationships at this time because people are really getting clear on what they want. They're getting clear on what's needed to sustain the relationship. And I know that it can be so tempting, to want to react, to want to over explain, to want to diss somebody back, but don't. Like, don't even have a reaction. Like, I feel like the best things, the best thing you can do is have no reaction, you know, to people who act like that. You don't have to have a reaction because it's not worth it. And a lot of this is a distraction. Like, a lot of this spiritual warfare that has been going on, it's a distraction because a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are figuring out who they are. And throughout that, there's going to be chaos. There's going to be distractions to make you go back to the past or think certain things of yourself. And honestly, you just really have to get to this point of acceptance where it's like, I'm going to let you be, regardless of how you feel, whatever you think, like, let them be. Like, for me personally, I've had to let certain family members just be, because no matter how much I explain myself, no matter how much they see me successful, they still have a belief of me that's not accurate to who I am, but that's what they believe, right? I can't control what they believe. So again, you cannot control what people believe about you. Let them. Don't waste your precious life trying to get people to see you accurately, trying to over explain, trying to get people to accept you and validate you and see you the way you want them to see you. You don't have to do that, because a person that really, really cares about you, a person that cares about you, I promise you, they're going to show you. So this is the season of goodbyes, and it's right on time because we're in the fall, right? We're headed towards the fall. I don't think the fall equinox has happened yet. I have to look it up, but I think it's coming. So this is the season in the fall and the autumn where we're going to be shedding things. And one of the things that Spirit has been telling me is let people be. Don't try to over explain anything. Like, it's too stressful to try to control people's perceptions of us. It's just not going to happen. People are going to think whatever they want to think because it's their mind, right? They're entitled to that. But you don't have to allow yourself to be defined by what a person is believing about you, you know? I know it seems like I'm rambling a little bit because this download just came, but I just been noticing like a lot of spiritual warfare, you know, in my own life. And I'm just learning like to not have adverse reactions to it. Just let people be. Let people show you who they are, because that's the best thing that people can do, is show you who they are before they've gone far with you in your life, before you reach that success, before you hit big. Let people show you who they are and let them be. You don't need to force a connection with anybody. Don't force a connection, because if it's reciprocal, like I've been saying, like a person that truly cares about you, it's going to be reciprocal. It's going to be equal. Okay, you're going to be equally yoked with a person that truly cares about you and is willing to reciprocate, whether this is family, whether this is a friendship or a romantic relationship, like etc. Like, people who care about you, they're going to let you know that. Okay, so for the people that don't, you got to question, you got to figure out how they feel. Let them be, because I promise you, excuse me, I promise you, people will miss you more than you miss them. And I've seen it happen in my own life. There are certain people who feel like, oh, well, me not being in your life is going to affect you. And it really doesn't. Actually, them not being in your life is a blessing. So consider some of these people acting weird in your life as a blessing, because now you have clarity to move forward. Now you know who's real and who's fake. Now you know who's meant to be in your life. Okay, so let them have the perspective, let them have the perspectives that they want to have. If a person is not mature enough to communicate something to you or say how they really feel, then let them be. Let them be in their misery, let them be in their delusions, because at the end of the day, as long as you know that you do right by people, you don't have to worry about feeling guilty. As long as you know you do right by people, you don't have to feel like it was a loss for you. It's not a loss for you, it's a gain. It's a gain, because now you know the truth. So that's really all I wanted to say, flower babies. Just in this season, as you transition and you're learning about yourself and you're letting go, let people be. Don't try to over explain yourself. Like, if you know you're a good person, don't try to over explain that. It's not worth it. Don't waste your time, don't waste your energy, don't waste your breath. Put that energy into loving yourself and taking care of yourself, and let people think whatever. Okay. Peace.